Hi friends, it's me, Ali, your fancy friend in Montreal. Today we are talking about the Pantone Mocha Mousse Color of the Year, and we're also going to do another video in the Coco Goes to Work Ask a Chanel Expert series. If you're unfamiliar, I used to work for Chanel. I don't work for them anymore, but I've retained a lot of information. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that you're coming up to me at the counter and you say, Ali, I saw the new Pantone Color of the Year. What are your recommendations? Show me a full face, show me some products that I can use to create this beautiful neutral look at home. That is today's video. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. Every year, Pantone comes out with a color of the year, and this year it is Mocha Mousse. So we have this beautiful, enticing cup of chocolate mousse. It looks decadent. And one thing I want to note is I'm seeing peaks and valleys. I'm seeing really dark color, I'm seeing light color. So I'm going to use that as a jump off point and use the peaks and valleys as inspiration. According to Pantone, they described this shade simple and comforting, a soft, warming brown. With its sophisticated, earthy elegance, this Mocha Mousse color can stand alone or serve as a versatile foundation, enhancing a wide range of palettes and application, from a minimalistic design to something color focused. So we could add lots of color to balance this out. I think we're going to stick with a more monochromatic, neutral Mocha Mousse color palette here. Revel in your own personal luxury. I quite like that. With a subtle elegance and sensorial richness, the Mocha Mousse empowers you to create moments of luxury that may be intimate in scale, but can extend a sense of indulgence throughout the day. So we're going to make this personal. Whatever you have at home, personalize it, make it your own. I'm going to go ahead and show you products here at the counter, but feel free to use what you have at home, mix and match. So for me, I was a bit surprised when I saw the color of the year. I thought, neutral, okay, but neutrals are flattering for everyone. They're very easy to wear, very easy to use. So the shade that came to mind right away is one of the new single eyeshadows. This is the shade Talpa. It's 236 Brun Talpa. Exquisite shade. This existed before, but they reformulated it, and I have to say that the reformulation is fantastic. This here is the previous version, and this one over here is the reformulation. I often don't buy reformulated products because they're usually not worth it. However, this time around, the reformulation is quite nice. I find the texture is nicer, it's less powdery, it's more creamy. So this is the new version here. They did change the shade a little bit. It's a little bit more cool taupey, and it has a little bit more lightness. I wasn't certain how I would feel about it, but honestly, the new Talpa is better than the old. The formula is much better, and I just think the color is better as well. And I think when we look at the new version of Talpa, we can see the lightness and the darkness from the Mocha Mousse. All the brushes that I'm using and the products are affiliate links down below, so go ahead and check them out if you're curious. I'm going to start off with the Les Beige Healthy Glow Cream Bronzer. When you buy the fresh one, it does look like swirls of chocolate pudding. Right now it looks like a mess because I greatly enjoy this product, but we're going to go ahead and use the blender and shader brush, and I'm just going to swirl pretty generously here because, fun fact, this is a cream bronzer, but it's actually good to use as a base, and we're going to use it not only on the eyes but also on the face. And I'm just warming this up a little bit back here, and I'm going to put this in the crease. I'm going to put some now, and I'll put some a little bit later as well. I see a lot of people use this cream bronzer solely as a bronzer, which is fine. We're going to use it like that as well, but we're going to use it as a primer because it's actually great as a primer as well. It's blurring, it's buffing, and so I'm just using a little bit up here. And the reason I'm using it as eyeshadow and bronzer is that this is going to create a beautiful harmony. We're not going to look like we have bronzer on our eyes. It's just going to marry all the shades together very nicely. Going into the opposite end of this brush here, I love these dual-sided ones. We're going to pick up Talpa. I'm just going to pack it on here. And I like to just sort of knock it off into the case here. And then we're going to sweep it on the lid. As far as the Pantone colors of the year go, this is a very wearable shade. Some years the colors are blues and reds and all these beautiful colors, but when it comes to adding it to your personal beauty routine, not so much. I mean, I do love a blue eyeshadow and a red lipstick, but you know what I mean. This is extremely easy to wear. Now I'm just going back into the other side here. I haven't added more product, but there's still a little bit of that bronzer up here, and we're just going to blend these together. Please let me know what you think of the Pantone color of the year this year. I added a little bit more bronzer up here. For the eyeliner, I'm using 943 Brun Agapé. It's a beautiful rich brown that has a little bit of gold reflection in it. It's light, it's a little bit brown, it's in that mocha family. I'm just going to do a thin line on top and drag it out just a little bit. And then I will put some on the bottom waterline. Actually, no, I'll put some on the bottom lash line like this. By avoiding the waterline down here, I'm enhancing the lash line, and that just sort of frames the eye. And even though we're really only using a handful of products, it's going to look very elegant and timeless as well. That's one nice thing about neutral shades. These are timeless. They don't really age. They don't feel dated. They just always look very elegant and put together. I am going into the top waterline. This is called tight lining, and this is when you just pass this eyeliner on the top waterline. This helps the lash bed look thicker and denser, which again just makes your eyes look more framed and in focus. One thing to note, if you're at home and you're not at the counter with your favorite Chanel expert, and you're not certain about what colors to mix together, one thing I recommend is use the back of your hand as a palette. So here we have the eyeshadow and the eyeliner here. I can do a swatch of the bronzer as well. The bronzer just looks like a bronzer, but this is just to help you out as a guide at home, because sometimes you might have a bunch of products and you're not really sure how it's going to look like towards the end. Just go ahead and do this to help you out. Because you might realize actually the blush and the lipstick look terrible together. And if you do it on the back of your hand before putting it on your face, you're just saving yourself some heartache from having to take off makeup you've already applied. I'm going to go back into my cream bronzer, and this is the Kabuki brush here. I'm just going to swirl it like this. Now I'm going into a liquid highlighter, and I like to use my liquid highlighter before my foundation. I find that it looks more natural and kind of has that lit from within quality. This is the Les Beige liquid highlighter, and I am using the shade called Sunkissed. Now they do have a deeper one, which might look a little bit closer to the Mocha Mousse, but I like Sunkissed because it's very natural. It's quite subtle. So I'm just applying it here with the flat foundation brush. And I place it where I would apply highlighter naturally. And it just gives you that beautiful glow. It's quite light, it's quite subtle. For the actual foundation, I'm going into the Vita Lumière Aqua. Make sure to give it a good shake beforehand because it does separate. Honestly, most foundations, you want to give them a good shake. So just add a few drops. I'm noticing a little bit of redness here in the center of my face. I mean, it's winter in Montreal. It is so cold. It's been like minus 22 or something. I know, it sounds awful because it is. So I'm focusing the foundation in the center of my face a little bit more. For the concealer, I'm going into the Sublimage concealer in the shade 32. It has a nice peachy undertone to it, so it cuts any dark circles you might have. And this product is very pricey, I won't lie to you, but a little bit goes a long way. And it's so good. It's very good. I like to let it sit on my face for a few seconds. It just occurred to me that the Vita Lumiere Aqua on the Chanel website, most of the shades look sold out, which to me indicates possibly that there will be a reformulation. Oftentimes, when all of the shades, most of the shades are not in stock, that's because they're not restocking that particular formula. And yeah, that's that. Usually that's what happens. I don't think it's being discontinued. I haven't heard that. It's quite a popular foundation. Hopefully it's just getting a reformulation because it's been a few years since we've had this version of that foundation. Let's go back into the same kabuki brush and the same bronzer as before and just go over where bronzer normally goes. And you can see the highlighter still remains. It just gives a very soft, natural glow. What you could also do is you could mix it into your foundation, but that spreads it everywhere. I like to just layer it underneath the foundation like I did today. This just adds a bit of warmth to my face that is very artificial in today's weather, but I think it goes very nicely and I think it is honoring the Mocha Mousse aesthetic. For the highlighter, I'm going to be using the palette that I've been reaching for here. This is the Les Beige Blush Bronzer Highlighter Trio, and I'm using the shade Medium Rose Gold. I'm just going to use this here. I just think it's going to add such a beautiful pop of color, not too much, but just give me a beautiful, healthy rose gold cheek. For the lip, I have a few options. I think the lip liner I will use is the 162. Wow, look at this elegance and sophistication. I just pulled this out here. I think that's the side for the lip brush. Well, it used to be. RIP to that. Hopefully this side works okay. I will gingerly use this nude brown. That's the lip liner. Okay. Let's see what else breaks. I have the dual-sided liquid lipstick here. This is in Intense Caramel, 154. I really like this one. It's almost out. I still have some liquid lipstick in there, but this one dries down a little bit more muted. So that's really nice. And you know, caramel, mocha, similar family. But I also have these two lip glosses here. I have the shade 716 and the shade 119. So, these are all quite pretty. I think 119 looks a bit more pinky compared to 716. 716 looks a bit more cool toned. Okay, I have to think about it for a second. I'm going to use my lip liner as a lipstick on its own with the 716 lip gloss over top. Now, to finish off the look, we have to go into a fragrance. And to me, Mocha Mousse sounds like a very rich, indulgent, gourmand fragrance. Chanel doesn't really do gourmand fragrances that much. The one thing that just popped in my head is Coco Noir. That is rich. That is, I think, the closest I can really think of. But I don't have the Coco Noir perfume. I have the body lotion, which is this bottle here. I think this, yeah. It's sweet, it's floral, it has incense and amber, and I think that this will do. So I'll just go ahead and I'll do scented body lotion today instead of a fragrance, and I think that will be my scent. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and spray a perfume onto the freshly lotioned skin. I don't know why, but dry skin doesn't really absorb perfume all that well. If you use the matching scent, it actually isn't going to be overpowering. It's going to work together. But even if you just have like a regular plain body lotion, you can spray that in, like you spray the perfume into the body lotion and it sort of sandwiches the scent together. It's really nice. Okay, well, this has been a lovely time with you at the counter. Thank you for coming to visit me and spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed my take on the Pantone Mocha Mousse color of the year. Leave a chocolate bar emoji because this Mocha Mousse has put one thing on my mind, chocolate. So leave a chocolate bar emoji in the comments down below. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel with your notification bell set to on. And let me know what else you would like to see in the Coco Goes to Work series or the Ask a Chanel Expert series. I have some more ideas for springtime, spring looks, and wow, I have to say, this smells so good. It really is nice. And like I stated, if you spray the matching perfume with the lotion, it doesn't actually get too strong. You would think like, oh, it's going to be so overpowering. No, it actually kind of mellows out. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my scented arms and my makeup here. I think this turned out really lovely. It's soft, it's pretty, it looks sophisticated, it looks put together, but the eyes have very little. And this new eyeshadow single formula is so luminous. It looks like I put at least 2 or 3 colors on my eyes. It's just that one single eyeshadow. It looks lighter in here, it has depth, it looks so intriguing, and I love eyeshadow looks that look like you put in 3, 4, 5 layers of product, but really it's one single eyeshadow. And I made sure to match my nail polish. This is the shade called Particulière. I think it goes well with Mocha Mousse. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.